Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, agents. I'm your host for Behind the Scanner. Welcome to episode number 6 of our weekly Thursday night broadcast. Today date is Thursday, May 29th, 2014. Just a reminder that if you can watch you can't watch the whole show live, you can watch it the next day on our YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/behind the scanner. We've enabled the Q&A tool for this Hangout. If you have a specific question for one of our guests, please submit it by writing @person's name at the start of your question. Our producer Andrew will be checking your submissions and will be asked 1 or 2 questions live during each interview and possibly just one for the panel topic. Also, we have a Google form you can use to submit questions for our guests. To submit recommendations for guests to the next shows. That link is bit.ly/BTS_guest. Let's get started with the show. But my 2 hosts for this week, who are they?
Release the Kraken!
Well, that's for me, but okay. And my first co-host for tonight has more portals visit than an Ingress bot. She is no stranger to the show and is joining us after taking a week off. Please welcome Daphne D, aka Miss Parker.
Hi, Miss Parker!
Hello, hola, wie geht's?
Going German, nice. I like that.
It's going looking
Well,
good.
What's happening? What's happening? I lost my script. Okay, there it is. You can hack Ultra Strikes from the next guest, Beard. He is the co-founder of the DC, Maryland, and Virginia Enlightened community in the United States. Please welcome Andrew Krug, aka Red Solo Cove.
I love you, Red Solo Cup!
Yeah, be gentle when you hack it, though. It's precious. So, thank you. Glad to be back. Unlike Daphne, I didn't take a week off, so I'm still here.
Summertime.
I know. All right.
Well, Andrew,
Yes.
can you introduce our guest, please?
Actually, I would love to take the honors for
Let's
that.
have Daphne do it, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
okay.
All right, so our first guest is joining us from Düsseldorf, Germany. It is 3 a.m. his time, so someone should get him a cafe. Please welcome Jorge Steffen, aka Agent El Toro.
Oh, you are me. There you are.
Now I'm here. Hello.
Welcome.
Good morning.
Bom dia, Brasil. Hola a los hispanohablantes und guten Morgen, Deutschland.
Great.
I think you forgot the Russians and the Japanese.
I'm bad in Russian.
Okay, Jorge, welcome to the show. And I see your agent name is El Toro. How did you come to choose this? The Spanish word for El Toro, for those who don't know, it's the bull. Or this is, yeah, it has a different meaning, or I'm okay?
It's just that. It's the bull. I didn't even think long about it. When I first fired up the Intel map, I think the first thing I saw was a green triangle, and I was not really thinking about it. It came naturally because perhaps my first impressions was this is green, like the green fields the bulls are raised on, and bulls are the perfect examples of territory defenders, and so I just chose that one because it seemed like that could perhaps impress any opponents that comes to my place, to my green fields.
Wow.
To follow on that real quick, Jorge, you sent me a link of a
Yes, this
baby
is some
bull.
little bull, only 20 hours old, and
Wow.
already, well, you see that's defending its territory there. It's an instinct. It's natural, and it's perfect. It's I found it perfect for a game that my first impression when I didn't knew anything about it was something like you do you greenify your territory and then you defend it, and that's what I knew when I started.
Wow, that's fascinating.
I got actually such a beautiful present. I have to show it here.
Wow.
It's a green bull. This is my luck symbol. I got it from a good friend from Barcelona that came over to have fun with us in Amsterdam, in Berlin. De los 42 from Barcelona. Greetings to him.
That's
Great.
really neat, and actually, it brings together a little bit of my question, because I wasn't sure if I should say wie geht's or hola, because your name is Jorge, your game name is in Spanish. So please, if you don't mind sharing a little bit about either your family or background, where you grew up. What's the story?
I grew up with in two worlds, in the Spanish and the German world, because my mother's Spanish, and found my father here in Germany, and so before entering kindergarten, I was a long time with my grandparents in Spain. When I came here to enter kindergarten, I only spoke Spanish. And I think my father feared that I would never speak German, right? And that proved to be wrong then. We had this cultural, not it's a gift. It's not a divide. It's an addition. It's two worlds that you grow up in. And it enriches you. It gives you so many situations in life when you can actually see things from different perspectives at the same time. And I'm very happy to be in this situation.
Well, with such a diverse background growing up, who were your role models?
Depends on the role I take. Well, now I'm a father myself of three, so there are a lot of things I took from my father, of course, and some of them are well, very family related, like defending positions of young adult against perhaps a mother that expected some more behavior along her lines, her rules or so. And I had many situations where my father jumped in and said, no, let him do it like that. It's okay. So he needs to go through it like this. And well, I think yes, my main thing now is being a father myself, and trying to pass a lot of the things that I think that are good, and to pass that on to my kids. So yeah, I guess my main role model was my father, and he died 10 years ago already.
So I actually have a follow-up question for you. So you've got family from Spain, you live in Germany, and the World Cup is coming up very, very, very soon. Spain, I believe, is the reigning champions, right? But Germany seems to be a pretty odds-on favorite. So who do you root for?
Of course, Spain. Of course, everything that has to do. I'm actually. I can make the division very clearly. Everything that has to do with my heart is very, very Spanish. I feel that kind of sangre latina. The emotional side is clearly Spanish, and everything that needs brain, needs thinking, and typical German stuff that is influenced by my German background. Just like that.
Wow. I see you have some marketing experience in your real life career. So, have you found your skills to be transferred to that you can use it to the English world?
I thought about this, and I should do it much more. But in reality, it is so that Ingress for me is a possibility to disconnect, is to get the head clear from my real life, from my business stuff, and I'm not using it as much as I possibly could, perhaps in terms of helping with recruiting and to reach broader audiences, to get more people jumping on our side, to get the numbers equilibrated a little bit more. So there's so much to do in this Ingress world that at the moment or the last 1.5 years, I may have used anything that is connected to running projects in business life. That might have helped me to organize things, to prepare for events, to prepare for operations, to connect people, and doing the right things at the right time. And I would say that's about it. Yes, there's the connection, perhaps. Yes.
Okay. Well, and today I believe is Father's Day in Germany, and you know, aside, excellent, I like it, I like it. And besides being a parent, you know, with your children, what would you say that you are most proud of in your life?
Actually, I wouldn't take anything that I did a lot of stuff myself I can be proud of, from having published over a dozen books, from being quite successful with 2-3 startups. I did a lot of things that I would say, hey, that were quite neat achievements, but I'm most proud of my kids, actually. At the moment, what fills me with luck and cheer and seeing it daily, and the thing that totally flashed me was realizing that although those are 3 kids from the same 2 parents, they are so different. They are individuals, and realizing that blew me away. And I'm enjoying it daily, and I'm seeing that there are 3 strong characters developing and growing up. The oldest one is already totally nerd and geek type. My middle one is the daughter. She is totally different, but she's mostly incorporating also the 2 cultures, the Spanish and the German one. She's since years she's dancing flamenco, going to classes there, but ultimately she also started to dance in what is this traditional German carnival dancing groups. So she loves that, and she does that, and she incorporates our 2 cultures. And well, the youngest one will start with school this year, and he might be the most artistic one of all 3.
So, Jorge, are you up for taking some questions from the audience?
Of course.
Excited about that? So, before we do that, I have to apologize because we've been trying to do these new things with creating these custom lower thirds. And even though I spelt your name right in the G plus and everything else, I missed an F in your lower third. So, as we talk, I'm going to fix that and sneaky upload it to you. So you can change that. That's my fault. Thank you, Albert Marks, for pointing that out. If we have any codes left, I will get you a code for that. I'm not perfect. I'm only human. So, all right, let's see. We've got a pretty good question here from Sherry Pui. She would like to know, what would you be doing if you weren't playing Ingress?
Perhaps doing more of traditional family life with my kids. Because in the meantime, I infected everyone with Ingress. Everyone is playing Ingress in this family.
Wow.
My wife actually is walking more monthly than I do, and yeah, perhaps we would do more like the, hey, let's go for a ride with the bike. Let's do, well, the classical family stuff. Go play more football. We are not playing very much football lately because we're always running around with scanners. So.
And everyone is enlightened?
Sorry?
Everyone is enlightened?
Yes, yes. My daughter started as, she wanted to make a difference, started as resistance until level 5 or 6.
And you watch her brain?
No. No, absolutely not. I wandered around with her. She took a break because when she was level 4 or 5, she found it very tedious to position it on resonator, to bomb it away, and that wasn't the fun for her. But when her oldest brother reached level 8, and she saw how he was happily bombing away everything suddenly, so she wanted to reach that too, and then she said, no, I want to do it now on the other side.
No. I know the real reason. Her brother was taking down her portals. So she get tired of that.
No, it didn't happen much. That didn't happen much because I took her and we went to the park, and the son was mainly around the block and taking care of the home zone.
Oh, family competition.
I like it, but I love your family values.
All right, so let's. We've got another one, and sometimes we get questions submitted that we don't have any idea what they're referring to. I'm gonna assume you know what this is, and sounds like somebody has a valid question. So maybe it's a little bit controversial, but it is from Dominic Romer. At El Toro, will there be an answer or at least a statement to Operation O2J? Can you explain what O2J is and maybe why he'd be...
I think that was the blue operation that tried to cover Europe. When was it? Last week or so? The only statement I can make is that Germany successfully defended its territory. I think we were the only country that was not completely covered.
Yeah, that's right.
Small victories.
Nice.
And that's something positive about it. It made a big buzz in the European community. I was participating in that, but after so many huge operations we participate, we are enjoying the stuff. We're not taking everything too serious, and they chose a lot of very good, hard-to-reach portals. I know in the south there was some drama because apparently some blue guys were on a mountain hut in 2,500 meters, and they were alone there, no one else around, and perhaps the spoofer or what took down their portal. So ugly things like that happen all the time on both sides, and that's not nice. I would have thought would have been better to see someone go up there and take it down, of course.
Agree. Well, Germany, it's historically seen a great attendance and anomalies from both factions. What do you think contributes to the large number of agents becoming actively involved?
How much time do we have?
As long as you can stay awake.
There are a lot of ways to tackle this question. We can start easy by going through stereotypes, German stereotypes, like when they do things, they do it like intend to do it perfect. They are very organized, and so that could be an attracting factor to Germans to participate in these kind of things, of operation events. Then you can of course make stupid jokes like, hey, in Germany we had like 50 years without war, and there are plenty of people who like to play war games instead, and taking this as a war game, so you have a lot of interest there, but of course that's not to be taken serious. I think better is a cultural point of view. In Germany, we have this speciality that the Germans are called like world champions of private associations, organizations where people that are registered associations for people who just join in to share a hobby, to follow a hobby. That can be from guys having pigeons, from people following their football club, from the traditional carnival associations. Germany is a worldwide champion in these kind of organization of people getting together in an organized way to share a hobby, and I think maybe that's something that's very in the roots of German culture. On the other hand, we're here in the 21st century and exploring a gaming world that hasn't been there before. And Germans are, we have a statistics here, like average time spent on video games, and these statistics, Germany is always quite up with the top countries interested in these kind of things, and there's a huge geek hacker culture here in Germany. Perhaps the Chaos Computer Club is world famous. A lot of cities who have centers of Chaos Computer Clubs see these also as central points for Ingress players. So there are a lot of facets to this, a lot of reasons that may add to this. Another one is certainly if we are looking to events and participant numbers at events, that Germany is in the middle of Europe. We have borders with 9 surrounding countries, and actually in the latest events we always had foreign visitors from the neighboring countries. So we saw like I think around 900 people in the clusters in Berlin, and there were people from all over Europe coming to joining in there, because well, there are nine countries around, and it's not far away. I have personally, I drive 20 minutes on the autobahn, and I'm in Holland. And so I played more English in Holland this year than in Germany, I guess.
So Jorge, kind of expanding on that, you actually sent me again some research to back this up. Jorge Pedrero, if you don't mind showing my screen.
There you are.
That'll actually give Jorge Steffen some time to download the right lower third and correct his name as we talk about this.
Okay.
We'll edit this out after the fact, even though we say it's unedited. Yeah, you're absolutely right. According to Statistica in 2014, Germany was the third highest country in average time spent in video games per player. U.S. of course being first. The average U.S. player spends 1.48 hours per day spending video games, whereas the average German spends 1.31 hours per day playing video games. The UK is second, followed by Belgium, Netherlands, and France. So, interesting statistics. I don't know where they collected it from, but if you're interested, statistica.com, the average game hours per day of a video gamer in selected countries. So, I guess selected countries, so maybe China or somebody else that they couldn't get the data from, maybe a little bit higher, but yeah, there you go. So with that, we'll continue.
Ok. Jorge, ¿el vaso está medio vacío o medio lleno? Is the glass half empty or half full?
I think due to my the two worlds I was raised in, it's actually both for me. The German part would start ordering the next glass when it's half empty, and the Spanish part would say, "Hooray! It's still half full." So I enjoy both views at the same time.
I like it. Well, okay, so you're very well known in the Enlightened world as someone who's a great organizer and leader for the global communities, in the anomalies. What do you think is the biggest challenge in preparing for an anomaly?
Oh, this is also such a deep topic. Perhaps in Germany, especially with the huge numbers of attendants we have, there's a lot of work going into organizing that everyone has his place to stay, gets the information he needs in time. That is really a big part of organization on our side. From an enlightened perspective, looking at the last 6 months, there's the biggest challenge is to start winning events again, although being outnumbered on the ground. Then you have all the people that are invisible, the people who work on fields, on the operators, the people who are not actually in the clusters. Those have so many problems to tackle for every event. That we are practically learning with every new round, what is important, what should be taken more care of the next time, and that's something I really enjoy also. The field of problems is constantly changing, and the focus on what to solve changes with the next series of events. That keeps it interesting for me.
So that's.
I still didn't change my lower third because I missed where to pick up.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's phonetically, it's pronounced the same, and the URL for your Google Plus link is correct. So,
okay.
At least we only have one R in Toro, right? So, that's okay.
That was important to me. Yeah.
I got one letter here and 2 letters there. They just weren't in the right combination. That was actually a really good answer in terms of anomalies and things. But what has surprised you the most about Ingress, just in general?
What has surprised me the most was, I think, when I was included into the global Enlightened organization structure when we had our event Cassandra Düsseldorf. I was contacted by Ray Mulkey, that was well known. And others. There were a lot of people who reached out hands and wanted to share their past experiences with us to help us in preparation. And suddenly I became aware, whoa, we are not playing this here in our town. This is really a global thing, and it's a global effort. And since then, it's that what pushed me most forward to get this cross-country connections, this cross-country organization going, and it's always when you contacted a new country and got contacts there and could help them in any way, and with an operation, with an event, the feedback always is so positive. It's overwhelming. It's like with my kids. It's you give them so much love, and you get so much back. So, and that really is a lot of joy.
Well, in Mexico, we call the people that has the same name as we are. We call them tocayo. So, tocayo, thank you for being here, for sitting down with us tonight, and for being our first guest in the 6th episode. Can you stick around for a bit so we can discuss? We have a little panel after the next guest.
Great, of course.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the guest. I'm enjoying this a lot.
We are too. Thank you. Daphne?
Thank you very much. Oh, I think I'm actually, since Daphne did the first one, I'll take the second.
Okay.
Thanks.
So our final guest actually comes from Sao Paulo, Brazil. We're going to do something a little bit different from what we've done in the past behind the scanner. Our goal is to represent all Ingress players, which is why we have people from all over the world, like Jorge, who's got up at 3 a.m. and God knows how many cups of coffee he's drinking. Our next guest is actually going to have a translator with him to help facilitate the interview. So you may know him as Da Hora, but his real name is Maikon Lima da Hora. So everyone, please welcome Maikon.
Welcome.
Hello.
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 How are you? Hola.
No translator needed for that, right?
I don't speak English. My English is bad.
Hello, I am Agent Marcos, and I'm going to be the Hora's translator today.
Excellent. Welcome, Marcos.
Great. Can you get closer to the microphone, Marcos, please?
Sure. Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better.
Oh.
As long as you're not sitting in his lap. I mean, that might be a little uncomfortable, but.
I don't mind.
Okay, well, are you comfortable? I see you so close. It's like
It's all right.
it's,
Behind him with a huge distance, so there's no problem.
okay, Maikon, first question. What are, when you are not playing Ingress, what do you do for a living?
Working, studying, working. Muito trabalho.
Okay. That's a word.
So.
And só isso.
He just plays Ingress all the time. He has no life but working and playing Ingress, basically.
Work in Ingress.
Yeah, I have noticed.
So, Maikon, if you could meet one person, either dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Question difficult. McFly, the movie. Como é que fala de Volta para o Futuro?
George McFly from Back to the Future.
Okay.
Hey.
Nice. And why? Why would that be?
Okay.
My idol.
Is his idol?
And Ah, eu não sei como falar que ele é foda.
He
Mas-
thinks that the guy is really awesome.
E ele é foda.
He is awesome.
You can time travel. I get that.
Yeah.
Well, something that's timeless is the Team Brazil for soccer or for football. Is Brazil ready to host the World Cup?
É, tá
Well,
bem
yeah.
movimentado aqui.
Well, there's a lot of movement around it, but
Muitos
a
jogos,
lot of games are being prepared.
muita animação,
People are really expecting the World Cup. to
muita
happen.
festa.
A lot of parties because of the World Cup,
And a Argentina vai perder.
and Argentina is going to lose.
I think you're at least prepared for that.
We always are.
Well, okay. If you won 2 million real, 1 million USD, what would you do with it?
Começaria
I would start
tirando férias.
to take some holidays.
Viajaria o
I
mundo,
would travel all around the world.
compraria uma casa
I
melhor,
would buy a nicer house,
grande carro muito louco,
a really big car.
e investiria em algum negócio que eu gostasse.
I would invest in some business which I would like.
Okay. You just have 2 million real.
Well,
Take it easy.
That's a lot for 2 million.
é muita coisa para 2 milhões de reais.
Ah, a gente consegue.
He said he can do it.
Okay.
Sabe gastar dinheiro aqui.
So he would spend in a very smart way and do all of it.
How fun.
Great.
Sim, é.
All right, so your agent name da Hora, I don't speak Portuguese, but I do speak a little Spanish. But does it also have a second meaning besides being part of your last name?
E sim, meu nome é da hora.
His name is Maikon da Hora.
No Brasil, isso é uma expressão comum para falar legal.
It's an expression for cool. So,
Então as pessoas falam, e aí, legal? E eu falo, oi.
cool. And then it says, yeah, that's me. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
How perfecto.
Yeah. É muito legal.
Very cool, actually.
Aprovado.
Aprovado?
Aprovado.
So our next segment, we'll have to go a little slow, but if you're up for it, would you mind taking some viewer questions? Are you okay with taking questions from the audience?
Tudo bem pegar perguntas da audiência?
Tudo bem, ok.
Yes, okay, no problem.
Okay. I like this one question. Who asked it? Let's see. I think it was. Where'd it go now? I'll look for it later. But they asked, "What is the most dangerous portal near you?"
Que eu já fui.
Near him or that he has ever gone to? Probably that he has ever gone to. Yes.
Let's go gone to. What's the most dangerous portal he's ever gone to?
Yeah. Qual o portal mais perigoso que você já foi?
É um portal
A portal
que fica
that is.
depois de uma área perigosa de favela.
Okay, it's a portal that is after some slums where there are very dangerous people. So he would have to go through them to get to the portal.
Eu olhei no Google Maps para ir até o portal.
He looked at Google Maps to see the portal.
O Google Maps falou 15 minutos
Google Maps said 15 minutes.
e eu fui.
And he
Só
went.
que quando eu olhei, estava no meio da favela.
When he got there, he was just in the middle of the slums.
Parecia zumbis.
They look like the people over there. They're kind of crackheads in that place, and then they look like zombies just looking for people and so on. And yeah, to rob people.
Coloquei o celular no bolso e fui que nem zumbi, fingindo que era um zumbi, um deles. É sério.
So he first just put the cell phone in his pocket, and he started acting like zombie crackhead, so that he would just meet with the other guys. So he was able to get there without any trouble.
Até passar pela área.
Until he was after this dangerous area, and then he could just start playing again.
O grande problema foi que quando eu cheguei lá,
The biggest problem is that when he got there,
me passaram coordenadas de um outro portal que estava antes onde eu estava. Eu tive que passar de novo.
Oh, okay. So whenever he got there, he realized he got coordinates from the wrong portal, and the right portal was actually in the middle of the slums next to the zombie.
Oh no.
Back there again. Yes.
Very difficult.
It was awful.
Oh man.
I'm glad you asked that question. That's great. Other than incidents like that, what do you like best about Ingress so far?
O que você acha que a coisa mais legal do Ingress até agora?
Conhecer novos lugares
To meet new people, new places,
e pessoas.
and new people.
Depois do Ingress, eu conheci
After
infinitas
Ingress-
cidades e infinitas pessoas.
After Ingress, he has met a limited number of cities and people.
Tanto que eu criei até um hobby
So that he has a new hobby now.
que toda cidade que eu passo, eu experimento o cappuccino e avalio.
That every time he goes to a new city, he tries the cappuccino of the city and he gives some grade on it.
Okay. Go ahead.
É...
Yeah. Go ahead.
Ok.
Então continue.
Outro hobby que eu criei foi restaurantes.
Another hobby of his are restaurants.
Vários restaurantes passei e avalio eles separadamente por
Every time he
tipo
goes to
ou
another
por
city,
comida.
He goes to a new restaurant and then he tries the kind of restaurant and the food that it's served up there.
Okay. Have you been the most influential player for you so far? Who have been?
Quem é o jogador mais influente até agora?
Não tem um jogador influente.
There is not a most influent player.
Aqui no Brasil,
Here in Brazil,
o time são bem unidos,
the team
tanto
is very united.
a Resistência como os Iluminados.
Both the Resistance and the Enlightened.
Então todo o time acaba influenciando para que eu continue jogando.
So that our team influences us so that influences him so that he keeps playing.
So you think you are the most influential player there in São Paulo?
Good question.
Boa pergunta.
Acredito que sim.
I believe so.
Tem muitos jogadores que consideram eu
Believe that na hora.
um líder, mas não sou líder, eu jogo por prazer mesmo.
He's not a leader, he just plays for pleasure.
Okay. I know you are, but you are humble.
Líder modesto.
Okay. Thank you.
So, what has been your most favorite Ingress mission to date?
Qual foi a sua visão, a missão mais legal ou interessante do Ingress até hoje?
Foi fechar 3 estados
To close 3 states
com o pé na areia numa praia.
with the feet on the sand on a beach.
Eu estava de sapato e calça jeans,
And blue jeans.
com todo mundo de biquíni
Everybody else wearing bikinis or swimming suits.
e aí eu fechei e pulei de alegria no meio da praia.
He closed the field with 3 states, started jumping out of happiness, and nobody understood what was happening because he was the only one wearing jeans.
É só.
Okay.
Interesting. All right. Well, so our last question is going to be one we ask a lot of our guests, and it is: has playing Ingress taught you or shown you something about yourself that you didn't know before?
Jogar Ingress mostrou para você, ensinou para você alguma coisa sobre você mesmo que você não sabia?
Sim, ele me ensinou que eu sou mais do que eu acreditava ser.
He's more than what he believed to be.
Porque eu chego a novos limites
Because he go to the limits.
graças ao jogo. Conheço
Thanks to
novas
the game.
pessoas,
Meets new people.
aperfeiçoo minha linguagem com
He learns how to...
como eu falo,
Okay.
Círculo social.
Oh, he's now more of a people's person, so he can handle people better, and he can talk better with people just because communication is necessary to play Ingress. And you need to ask things for people, and you need to people ask things for you, and so teamwork, basically.
Good point.
Yeah.
This?
Yeah.
Gotta work together.
Well, thank you. Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for both of you for taking the time to sit down with us tonight. Some of you closer than others, but you know, we appreciate you for doing this. Would you mind sticking around a little bit for our panel discussion?
Você pode ficar mais pouco para a discussão do painel?
No.
No problem. We'll say.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, Jorge.
There's Jorge.
See back.
Toro.
Yay.
Toro.
Nearly 4 a.m. here.
All right.
We got some really great questions from the viewers here.
Yeah, there's one I think that's really good that I would like to ask, actually, all of you. Let's start out with El Toro, Jorge Steffen first. I feel bad I spelled his name wrong, so we'll go with him. Do you believe that it's better to have good relations between factions or divided factions who are just consumed with war? El Toro, you're up.
Yes, I'm thinking about this one. From a game perspective, there is there of course fighting going on for MU if we want to reduce it to that, and in this fight everyone does its best. It's like a sports like in sports, like when two teams each one tries to win, and on the playing field there are opponents, and I do actually only need like fair sportsmanship on the playing field. As soon as the scanner is off, the thing is completely different. Then we are just persons, equal humans, and can have beers together and be good friends. But when the scanner is on, for me, it is different.
I think that's fair. That's fair. So kind of both, but being able to separate them.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to Maikon. What do you think?
Eu acho que é melhor ter uma boa comunicação, uma boa relacionamento com outro time, pois podemos jogar e depois beber sem problema nenhum. E podemos ter uma competição saudável com os dois times.
And we can have a very healthy competition between both teams.
E é isso aí.
And may the best team win.
Yeah. So just in line with Jorge. I like that. Miss Parker, the person who goes everywhere and fights everywhere. What do you think?
I love having great personal relations between, and one of the cities that I often go to, one of the reasons why I enjoy playing there so much is because both sides have fun and get along. I mean, we can be pretty vicious with each other, but we can also have really great times together. You know, just yesterday or the other day, we had a picnic for Memorial Day, and, you know, with my faction, and we got invaded by the other faction, and, you know, the guy stopped by to say hello. And, you know, he's like, no, I'll just leave you guys alone. And, you know, he was going to take down the portals that we had there. But I'm like, no, dance with us. And so we salsa'd all afternoon. And it just made it an even more fun day. And it didn't mean that I wasn't taking down some guardian portals over there. But it just makes it more enjoyable when you can actually have that sort of fun cat and mouse play, but still also have this fun cooperative play outside the game.
Good answer. Mr. Pedrero, what do you think?
Wow, you said it very well.
Ingress.
Well, yeah, in Mexico we don't have a real good relation between factions. That's a shame. We have been working. Some players we have tried to make this work better between factions. It's really difficult. People is so passionate with their faction. With they it's okay. They think they are in a war while they are in with the scanner turned on. But what I think it's not okay is that they still think that after turning off the scanner, because I had always said that it's like a football game, a soccer game. It's like you can be passionate and you can wear your colors and everything, but you don't have to kick the guy next to you after you went out of the stadium. So it's another person. Maybe it's a cool person. You don't know, but even if you don't want to know if it's cool or not, it's a person that that has to be respected, and well, I think it works everywhere. If you want respect, you have to give respect to the other one. So there's a lot of work to do here in Mexico, and but we're trying, and I hope someday we can have. Maybe we don't have to be friends, but we can have a better relationship within factions.
Interesting. It's interesting how the Ingress world is different from not just city to city, but country to country. So
Yeah.
I think personally for me, obviously the show is behind the scanner, and we want to get to know the people who play the game because they are people after all. And man, the guests that we've had, I've ended up chatting with them almost on a daily basis after the fact, both green and blue. So I've really enjoyed getting to know the people. I think that's important because you want to have a healthy competition, and healthy is the key word there. The problem that I run into and dealing with personally is what happens when you've got this great relationship with a person, you love sort of antagonizing them, you guys have fun, you go out for drinks, and then they get their scanner, it gets temporary banned or something, and you know that they've done something they shouldn't have done. So here's this pillar of the community, you have this great relationship, and then pretty much everything you've known up until that point has been a farce. And that's always kind of tough. Because you hate to see those workhorses, those guys that have been driving you, all of a sudden their scanner's running hot. That's always disappointing. But I think it's healthy to have healthy competition, and being able to disconnect and understand that there's people behind the scanner is very important. I don't think that if it was just all-out war, I mean, this is a social game. You could turn around, talk smack to somebody and turn the corner, and that person will be right there. So I think it's not really the most advisable position to take, I guess. So, all right, we're running short on time, but somebody submitted a question that I think is really interesting. It's Sunny Lee, and it's actually going to be directed to Maikon, but I guess anybody can really answer this one. His question is, with the FIFA World Cup coming soon, and all the millions and millions of people that are going to be coming there flooding Brazil, how do you think that's going to affect gameplay for Ingress?
Vai ser difícil, pois com muita gente vai vir novos jogadores, novas conexões, vai ter muita muita festa tanto no jogo quanto fora do jogo.
Both inside of the game and outside of the game.
Tanto pela Copa quanto pelo Ingress.
Both because of World Cup and because of Ingress.
E isso vai melhorar muito.
That's gonna make things much better.
E é isso aí.
And that's it.
Do you think that?
May I throw in one thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
I would expect that gameplay during the World Cup could suffer locally in Brazil, in the cities that have the games, because the networks will be congested. I promise you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what an opportunity for AP though. If you want to level up, go to Brazil.
Right.
If you can get a connection, I guess. So.
Well, even in some countries, if their home countries are being played, I mean, unfortunately, in the United States, soccer, football is not quite so popular. But if we, there are a few of us who are avid fans, and I'm not going to say which countries or which games we'll be watching religiously, but yes, you might notice certain lapses in play, I think.
Pretendemos fechar os estados que tiverem a Copa no dia.
We plan to make a huge blue field over all the stadiums during the gameplay. Just for sure.
That would actually be a really great mission.
You shouldn't have told that. You shouldn't have told that.
Are you hoping that will help the teams or hurt the teams?
Yeah.
You forgot that there are greens here.
Well, actually,
They're probably taking our idea.
Whatever.
Jorge Stefan, if you can get over to the U.S., in like a day, El Salvador is actually playing Spain here in Washington D.C. tomorrow, or I'm sorry, on Saturday.
Yeah, Salvador.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.
Well, thank you guys for being here tonight. It was a great pair of interviews. You are awesome. Thank you very much. Do you have some words to say goodbye for the audience? Jorge?
Adiós a los hispanohablantes. Tschüss nach Deutschland, and goodbye, and see you soon on the playing field.
Great. Maikon?
Obrigado a todos. Foi muito bom participar.
Thank you, everybody. It was very good to participate.
O Brasil vai ganhar a Copa.
Brazil's going to have to win the World Cup.
Entendam, aceitem isso.
You better understand and accept this. It's just a fact.
E resistência domina, mano.
And the resistance just dominates. It's also
No. El Salvador, España.
Oh, no. México.
En los Estados Unidos. No, not really. I don't think so, but España.
Well, guys, thank you very much. And before we sign off and preview our upcoming episode, we need to give a special thanks to Chris Allen, who designed our logo and graphics for us. He does this professionally, and we appreciate the time he donated for us. A link to his G+ profile will be in the comments. If you watch the whole show live, you can watch the whole. If you can't watch the whole show live, you can watch the show in our YouTube channel. That is youtube.com/Behind the Scanner. And thank you for tuning in to Behind the Scanner. We will be back next Thursday night at 9 p.m. EDT, and our guest will be Enlightened Agent Sylvia Anger. I hope That's a pronunciation.
Pronounce that next week.
Yeah. And from Copenhagen, and Resistant Mark Dobson from US. If you know someone that might be a good guest, please let us know. But by going to bit.ly /BTS_guest. Again, the link is bit.ly/BTS behind the scanner _guest. Also, please check out Kelly's Colton Ingress Happy Hour Tuesdays at 9 p.m. EDT. You can find information of that at either the Meridian Project or Kelly's personal page. We will put link on both for both Kelly's and Meridian Project profiles on the YouTube channel detail on this video. Thank you to our co-hosts Daphne.
Good night. Good night. Adios.
Miss Parker.
Yes. Thank you.
And Andrew Krug.
Good night. Happy hacking.
Thank you, guests, Maikon and Jorge again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye.
See you. Thank you. Thank you for being our audience tonight. Bye-bye.